When most people think of Cyprus, places like Paphos, Ioannapa, or Limassol usually come to mind. But tucked away on the island's rugged northwest coast lies a village that many visitors never discover. Welcome to Pomos, a place where mountains meet the sea, where fishing boats still define the rhythm of daily life, and where some of Cyprus's oldest stories began thousands of years ago. Today, we're exploring Pomos and the surrounding coastline, from Argaka and the historic Limni Pier to the mysterious Dragon Cave, the famous Pomos Harbour, and all the way to Pachyammos. But before we start our journey, let's answer an important question. How did Pomos get its name? The name Pomos is believed to originate from the ancient Greek word vomos, or bomos, meaning altar. Historians believe that an ancient sanctuary may once have stood here, possibly dedicated to Aphrodite, the goddess of love and beauty. And honestly, looking at these views, you can understand why the ancient Greeks thought this place deserved a shrine. Pomos is much older than it looks. Archaeological discoveries show that people lived in this area over 5,000 years ago. One of the most famous finds from the region is the Idol of Pomos, a small prehistoric figurine that has become one of the most recognizable symbols of ancient Cyprus. In fact, if you've ever seen the old 1 and 2 euro cent Cyprus coins, you've already seen a version of this famous artifact. Not bad for a small village of just a few hundred residents. Today, Pomos remains one of the most authentic villages in Cyprus, far removed from the busy tourist resorts that dominate much of the island's coastline. And that's exactly what makes it special. Our journey begins in Argaka. Located just south of Pomos, Argaka is known for its long beaches, citrus groves, and peaceful atmosphere. Unlike some of Cyprus's more crowded destinations, Argaka feels refreshingly untouched. The coastline stretches for miles, offering incredible views across Chrysochus Bay. This route between Argaka and Pomos is often considered one of the most scenic coastal drives in Cyprus. And if you're wondering why there aren't more tourists here, well, let's keep it that way. A short distance from Argaka stands one of the area's most recognizable landmarks, Limni Pier. At first glance, it looks like a simple structure stretching into the sea, but this pier tells an important story. In the early 20th century, this area was connected to Cyprus's mining industry. Copper extracted from nearby mines was transported and loaded onto ships from this very location. Today, the industrial activity is gone. The trains have disappeared, the ships have sailed away, but the pier remains as a reminder of a different era in Cyprus's history. And let's be honest, it's also one of the most photogenic spots on the entire coastline. Now we arrive at one of the most intriguing locations in the region, Dragon Cave. Fortunately for visitors, dragons are no longer included with admission. According to local legends, a dragon once lived in this cave, terrorizing the surrounding area. As with many ancient legends, the details vary depending on who is telling the story. But what remains today is an impressive natural sea cave carved into the rocky coastline. The contrast between the deep blue Mediterranean waters and the dramatic cliffs creates one of the most spectacular landscapes in the district. Whether you believe the legend or not, Dragon Cave is a perfect example of how mythology and nature often become intertwined in Cyprus. And honestly, if a dragon was going to choose a place to live, this wouldn't be a bad option. Continuing north, we finally arrive at the heart of the village, Pomos Harbour. This small fishing harbor has long been the center of life in the community. For generations, local fishermen have launched their boats from these waters, supplying fresh fish to nearby villages and towns. Unlike many modern marinas, Pomos Harbor has retained its traditional character. There's no luxury yacht competition here, no race to see who owns the biggest boat. Just fishing vessels, crystal clear water, and some of the most relaxing coastal views you'll find anywhere in Cyprus. It's the kind of place where time seems to slow down, and sometimes that's exactly what we need. Of course, no coastal road trip is complete without food. And in Pomos, one stop has earned legendary status among locals and visitors alike. Koullas Sandwich. Simple, unpretentious, and absolutely packed with flavor. It's the kind of place people recommend before you've even asked where to eat. If you're exploring the region, grabbing a sandwich here isn't just lunch. It's practically a local tradition. Think of it as essential research. For tourism purposes, of course. As we continue eastward along the coastline, we arrive in Pachyammos, a village that marks the gateway to the beautiful Tuliria region. Surrounded by mountains and sea, Pachyammos offers a glimpse into a quieter side of Cyprus that many travelers never experience. Here, life moves at its own pace. The landscape becomes even more dramatic. The villages become smaller, and the crowds become almost non-existent. For those seeking authenticity rather than resorts, this part of Cyprus is difficult to beat. From the ancient origins of Pomos and the prehistoric idol that carries its name, to the peaceful shores of Argaka, the historic Limni Pier, the legendary Dragon Cave, the fishing boats of Pomos Harbour, the famous sandwiches of Koullas, and the tranquil beauty of Pachyammos. This corner of Cyprus offers something increasingly rare in modern travel: authenticity. It's a place where history, mythology, nature, and everyday village life still exist side by side. So next time you're planning a trip around Cyprus, consider taking the road less traveled. You might just discover that some of the island's greatest treasures aren't found in the guidebooks. They're waiting here in Pomos. If you enjoyed this journey, don't forget to like, subscribe, and let us know which hidden corner of Cyprus we should explore next. Until then, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next adventure.